This is a new award that I introduced this year. I said it at my inaugural speech I wanted to do it, so that we really do showcase the very best of what IOSH members do in the Networks team. The idea of the Alliance Award is to show you, fellow members, and our international guests who are with us at conference, and of course anybody else who's walking through the hall, what we actually do, what makes IOSH tick. Thames Valley branch, health and safety behind the lens.
So Chris, can you tell me how you feel after winning the first President's Alliance Award today?
Well, I think we're all elated because it was a shock from our perspective, but it clearly is a combination of 4 years hard work from our perspective.
Wonderful. And can you tell me a bit about the project that you've been sponsoring for the past 4 years?
It's for the best risk assessment, student risk assessment for final year fiction film students at the National Film and TV School in Beaconsfield.
And as you've been doing it over the past 4 years, have you seen any improvements in what you've been seeing, or have they all been very good health and safety plans?
They've all been very good health and safety plans, but from our perspective we've certainly learned a lot about the industry. And as for someone who doesn't work in that industry, nor do any of my colleagues who've assisted with the judging, we learn as much about the film and TV industry as I think the students have learned about health and safety.
If I could just start off, I specifically excluded myself from the judging because, as an IOSH member, I think it might be seen as biased for my own branch or something that I have an interest in. So I was very keen that the VIPs who are here at IOSH 2011 actually did the judging for me, and that they used a pro forma that was designed so all of the entrants were judged on the same criteria. And my colleagues, Peter from the Canadian Society and Darryl from the American Society, actually went ahead with the judging. So, guys, what did you think of the entries, and why did you pick the winner?
We really liked the process. It was really well organized. The packages were simple, but what I found was the detail was there for us to be able to look at the criteria and do an assessment that I think was fair to all of the participants. I was just impressed with the quality. It was just amazing as to the topics and the variety, and also the different thinking that was there. So I like to take this back to our friends in Canada and use that same approach because it was really good.
Are there any projects that particularly stood out?
There were a couple. Things with one with the young people at the school level, and I believe that across the globe we're trying to engage young people, and it was just interesting to see that those are the future health and safety practitioners, and being able to see a project where you're starting to have that information go to them and see the profession from a new light is actually really, really good.
And just to follow up with Peter in terms of the award and the recognition that the branches also demonstrated that they were engaged and connected with the overall strategic plan and the vision of IOSH. And that was one criteria that really stood out in terms of all of the entrants. Also, it allowed the branches to connect with the community. For example, there was one submittal where they were doing community service in terms of the museum to implement a management system that allowed the museum to look at safety maybe in a different light that maybe they wouldn't have normally thought about. And then the other entrance in terms of the webinars and the outreach, just the breadth and depth was really exemplary, and they all did a great job. So it was very difficult to judge.
Okay.